I think about the analogy of Gideon's army and how the army kept dwindling and dwindling and dwindling down. I think the first stage was the masses, these ultimatums and these introductions of mandates hit the masses. And the sheeple, the people who are blinded by the God of this world, came forth and they immediately jumped right on it. They were like, they didn't see anything wrong. And I think ultimately what it comes down to is they don't see the evil in the systems of this world. They think that this world is out to help you. It's looking out for your best interest. They trust, they blindly believe. And those people are probably the wide majority of people. And there's nothing we can do. It's up to God. We can pray for these people. But first of all, you had them and the decisions that they made. The next group of people that came forth were the people that their eyes were open. God removed the blinders from their eyes. They were able to see that the systems of the world are evil and that the motives of these mandates, they were able to see through it. And they were able to see that the motives of the mandates was not in the best interest of the people, but they were strong-armed. They were afraid. They were fearful that they wouldn't be able to provide for their families. They wouldn't have a job. They wouldn't have money coming in. So they caved out of coercion. But I think those are going to be the people that end up being the greatest losers when all of this comes down, unfortunately. And I'm not saying that is a good thing. I'm just saying I think those are the ones that are going to lose the most. And then now you have the people who are standing in faith. And what's happening is people are basically given an ultimatum and they're being introduced to a mandate and they're being told, you choose. And a lot of people don't have the money or the finances to be able, to choose their freedom and say no to this evil agenda. But how much faith do they have? It all comes down to faith. Do you have faith that God will supply your need? Do you have the faith that even if you don't have money, and who's to say that money isn't going to come down? What if the economy collapses? I'm expecting that there's a good chance we'll see an economic collapse. And even then, what good will your money do if the entire economic system comes down? So ultimately, like I heard years ago, do you believe in the supernatural? Do you want the supernatural? I think we're all going to find that, we have to choose. And it comes down to the question of faith. How much faith do you have? Do you have enough faith that God really will supply all your need? Are you ready to let go? Because in my dream, we let go, we go over the cliff, but you don't go down when you go over the cliff, you go up. So I do believe, like I saw in a dream back in 2012, I do believe that we are going to come to a precipice. We're going to come to a cliff. It's those who say, okay, I put my trust in God. I put my faith in God. I am going to just say, no, I will not comply with an evil agenda. You will not own my body. These evil systems have no say over me, and I let go. I let go. I'm willing to go over the cliff. I let go. And then stand firm and see the salvation of God. I think when we come to an ultimatum like that, how much faith do you have? Like he says in the Bible, when I return to the earth, will I find faith on the earth? I think we're coming to that. And then I do think we're going to see a shift during chaos to the supernatural. And I think a lot of our needs are going to be met supernaturally. And I think there's going to be a big revival when people find they can't depend on things in this world. The world systems are coming down and God's supernatural is about to arise.